Guys, Gaz Decay here, Gary. This is a sort of video response really to Rick Zinck, who's got a series of videos been going for the last few weeks. Anybody that's a subscriber of Rick's would know this. Doing a series of stalled projects, kits that you haven't, you haven't finished for some reason or another, bit, paint issues or just lost interest in it, and sometimes these things get put back for years, don't they? If you haven't checked Rick's channel out, I suggest you do so, because he's got a lot of interesting models on there, and he gives you a lot of back history on a lot of the kits that he's got. He's had, since he was a child, from the 60s and 70s, and it's quite interesting. So, yeah, Rick Zinck, Z-I-N-C-K. So go and check his channel out if you haven't. And meanwhile, we'll get back onto the subject of the video, which is stalled kits. I've only got a couple downstairs here in the model bit, and I've got a lot more upstairs which are vintage kits. So if you're interested in those vintage kits, then stay tuned, and I'll be showing you those soon. But first of all, the Dodge, that might be a stalled project in a minute if it carries on the way it's behaving. The model itself is fine. The decals are a right bastard. Sorry for swearing, but they are. They're disintegrating on me. I knew they were going to be a bit of a pain, but I tried it, and one of them broke up on me on the bonnet, on the hood decals. But I've managed to hopefully save these with some of this liquid decal film, so hopefully that'll do the job. And we will try again tomorrow, perhaps. I'm not really in the mood for it tonight, so we'll come back to that, because I don't want it to be a stalled project. It's going quite well. But anyway, back to the video. This is one of my stalled projects. I've had this kit for donkey's years. As some of you will know, this has been re-released, I think, in the last couple of years by round 2. But this is the old Hobby Heaven release of the 1970 Ford Galaxy or LTD police car, whatever it is. The reason I stalled on this one, I'm not too sure really, because it's going pretty well. Let's get out the box a minute. Squeeze the dust on it, because it has been stalled for a while. There we go, nice shiny paintwork apart from the dust. Black aerosol paint, came out lovely. I wanted to mask it off. I wanted to do a two-tone police car. I wanted to do the white and the black, and I didn't have the balls to do it, to be fair. This Colour Me Gone kit is the first car that I've actually done two-tone paint masking on. This one here, I tried it twice, messed it up twice, had to strip the paint twice, and I just lost my rag of it basically. So it went back in the box, but it's almost there. The interior is all painted up. I swapped the engine around, because I don't know if anybody knows the engine in this kit is not very accurate. I think AMT just shoved in the box whatever they could find at the time, which was like a 429 or Cobra Jet or something like that, which is a bit unprototypical. So what we've gone for is a bit of a mash-up there. It's part of an engine out of one car and part engine out of another kit. I think most of the kit's engine is out of a Revell Ford Torino GT. So it's probably it's meant to. My idea is meant to represent a 351 Cleveland, but which is pretty much more of a sort of engine this car may have had. So yeah, there's one. I mean, I really should get on with it. It doesn't need an awful lot. It may just stay black. I could do it as an undercover car, I suppose. Or I don't think I can. I mean, if anybody knows, can I mask? I mean, if I could just mask off the roof, could I paint that white now, or is it with the black on top, will it just not cover? Let me know what you think. Anyway, for now, it's going back into the box. So yeah, that's one. And the second one from downstairs will be this kit here. I'm not going to be able to fit it on the camera because it's a massive box. It's quite an old kit in itself, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen this kit several times. It's the old AMT. This is a Matchbox AMT, the Peterbilt 359 Wrecker. My good mate Darren got me this kit for my birthday last year, I believe it was. And in a year, I can show you the amount of progress I've made in a second. It was the first truck kit I've ever built, ever. And if anybody's got any experience in these old AMT truck kits from the 70s, the instructions are vague at the best. Not that I'm incapable of doing it, but it's just a slow burner for me. This one I'll come back to sort of every month or so. I'll come back and do a little bit to it, put it back in the box. But I'll show you how far we've got. Bits everywhere. Okay. It's a huge box. Sorry guys, should have been more prepared, shouldn't I? So where are we? Let's have a look. Okay, let's get this box of stuff out of the way. So yeah, basically we've got the cab, which I've taken all the mould lines off and the seams off of it, and gone over it with a bit of Scotch pad to scuff it up, ready for paint. So yeah, the cab, the fenders have been glued onto the actual hood. The front end, so done that much. In fact, we did that this week. The engine has been painted up. It's Cummins, I believe. I'm not over-genned up on these trucks, guys, so you have to let me know if I'm wrong. So yeah, we've done a bit of detail painting and weathering on this one over the years, or over the year I should say. So yeah, that's that, and we've done the chassis, which is it's on its wheels at last, and that is also, I'm going to try and show you, it's been weathered as well. Tammy weathering powders, but that's as far as we got in a year. No, more than that actually, because I had it for April, my birthday in April last year, so nearly a year and a half. So I need to crack on with that. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up now. This is video number 1, which will be stored projects current. The next video will be stored projects number 2, which will be vintage kits. So that'll be upstairs, guys. So right, that's enough for now. Thanks for all the comments I've had in the last video and the encouragement. I will crack on with the Colour Me Gun Dodge if I get a chance over the weekend. If I don't, then it'll be next week, because the weather is shocking at the moment. But yeah, right, okay. Check Rick's channel out if you haven't already. We've got a stowaway wheel. And I'll be back with video number 2 in a second, guys. Cheers for now.